शारजा रियल एस्टेट मार्केट ने 2025 में 64% वैल्यू ग्रोथ की. Not 6%, not 16%, it's 64%. And the volume of deals went up to 26% on top of that. ये कोई accident नहीं है. There are very specific reasons why this is happening. और मैं आज आपको वो सारे reasons एक-एक करके दिखाऊंगी. Data के साथ, numbers के साथ और बिना किसी exaggeration के साथ. So let's break this down properly. But before starting the video, hello, I'm Priyanka Sherwani. I have 8 years of real estate experience in building clients' portfolio, JVs, lands, and many more. Now, let's look at the macro perspective first. In 2025, Sharjah recorded approximately 132,000 real estate transactions, and in 2024, that number was somewhere around 105,000. That reflects 26% jump in volume year on year, which in my opinion is massive on its own. But जो चीज मुझे actually में shocking लगी वो ये है कि the value even faster. We went from 40 billion AED in 2024 to 65.6 billion in 2025. That's roughly a 64% increase in value, which volume only went up to 26%. And do you know what that gap tells us? It's not just more deals, it's bigger deals. People are spending more per transaction, higher end properties, larger units, better locations. In the real estate market, ये चीज maturity कहलाती है. Now, let's zoom into residential specifically. We saw 33,000 deals, up 38% year on year. So, the residential segment is actually growing faster than the overall market. और ये exactly वो signal है कि end users and investors are both showing up at the same time. Now, here where it gets really interesting. And honestly, ये वो part है जो most of people skip कर देते हैं. Sharjah's population in 2026 is sitting around 1.94 million people. That's roughly a 1.82% increase year on year. But let me put it into a context for you. According to my research, about 35,000 additional people every single year needs somewhere to live. So let's look at the housing supply side. We got roughly 340,000 households needed to house that population, but there are only around 244,000 actual units available. So our households to unit ratio is approximately 1.39, meaning for every one unit, there is more than one household trying to use it. ये एक supply deficit है. When demand structurally outspaces supply like that, prices move in one direction. And this, isn't a new problem. Sharjah's population has grown about 22% since 2020. So ये pressure काफी सालों से build हो रहा था. And the construction pipeline, while it exists, around 70,000 plus units are planned, still playing catch up. Expect and foreign buyer demand. Now let's talk about who's actually buying. So Sharjah has over 1.2 million expat, which is the overwhelming majority of its population, and from 2022, Sharjah opened up freehold ownership to all nationalities. ये एक game changer है guys. Foreign interest jumped approximately 40% immediately after that reform. Fast forward to the first half of 2025. Foreign buyers closed around 5,900 to 6,000 deals. That was roughly an 84.6% surge compared to the first half of 2024. And these buyers are coming from 120 different nationalities. So it's not one country, driving this demand. This is a genuinely global appetite for Sharjah property. अब आप सोच रहे होंगे क्यों? Few reasons. Golden visa eligibility that now comes with Sharjah purchases. Mortgage rates sitting at 2.99 to 3.89%, which are still relatively attractive. And honestly, the price and the size, because compared to Dubai, Sharjah is significantly cheaper and the units are larger. Okay, so this is probably the comparison you came here for. Sharjah versus Dubai. And look, Dubai is a world-class market. AED 431 billion in the first half of 2025 alone. Incredible liquidity, global brand, no doubt about it. मैं उस मार्केट को डिसमिस नहीं कर रही हूँ, but let's look at what you actually get dollar for dollar. A 3-bedroom townhouse in Sharjah rents for 110,000 to 170,000 a year. Same unit in Dubai, you are sitting at 150,000 plus AD. So Sharjah rents are approximately 27% lower, which means tenants can actually afford to stay long term. और ये investors के लिए भी बहुत important है, because stability in tenancy is what actually protects your yield. On the buy side, townhouses in Sharjah are starting around 1.8 to 2.1 million. The equivalent product in Dubai is AD 2.6 million and above. So you are saving 30% straight up and more just on entry price. Now let's talk about the rental yields. This is where it gets close. Dubai averages around 6.3 gross yield. Sharjah comes in at around 6 to 10%, depending on the asset and location. Dubai grew significantly in previous years for a few key reasons. Massive land acquisition, infrastructure development, और लोगों का एक बड़ा wave city में आया. Roughly 2.5 million new residents since 2022, bringing the total population to around 3.8 million people. Now, the supply side. Dubai can only deliver about 7% more units per year, but the demand is growing at a rate of 15%. So you've got a gap. Every single year, more people want homes and there are homes being built. And when that happens in any kind of market, where it's property, electronics or concert tickets, हम सब जानते हैं economics क्या कहती है. Prices go up. And on top of that, Dubai is physically running out of land in the desirable areas. Places like Dubai Hills, Arabian Ranches, Palm Jumeirah, roughly 80% of the land in those freehold zones is either already developed or already reserved for development. So if you want to buy in a premium area, you are competing with a lot of people for shrinking pool of available properties. Villas specifically went up 29% in a single year in 2025 because of this. The supply in those specific areas just isn't there to meet what people want. Sharjah's story is different but honestly equally compelling for me. The population has grown 22% since 2022. ये एक statistics की तरह लगता है, but let me make it real. Sharjah added hundreds of thousands of people in just 5 years, and the housing supply didn't even keep up. Right now, there are 340,000 households that need homes, but only around 244,000 units available. So, that 1.39 households per unit ratio I mentioned earlier is not an abstract number. That's families doubling up. लोग जो भी available हैं उस पे overpay कर रहे हैं. Compare that to Dubai, where the ratio is around 1.2, which is still tight, but not as severe as Sharjah's. Now, here's the interesting thing about Sharjah's land situation. Unlike Dubai, Sharjah actually has land to build on. Projects like Khalid bin Sultan City are being built on government-backed land. So, Sharjah isn't land scarce the way Dubai is, which means prices probably won't spike as violently as Dubai's premium zones. But it also means there is a real pipeline of new supply coming to absorb that demand, जो इस market को healthier और more sustainable रखता है for the long term. The segment that is tight in Sharjah is premium freehold. The quality villas, the quality townhouses in areas like Masar or Khalid bin Sultan City, that stock is moving fast. 95% occupancy in those areas, which is why Masar price per square feet has jumped approximately 90% since 2021. Occupancy and density. One more number I want to highlight because I think is genuinely underrated. Citywide occupancy in Sharjah is sitting at 94%. In family residential zone, vacancy is only 3 to 5%. ये हमें clearly बताता है कि this is a landlord's market. And when vacancy is that low, you don't even struggle to find tenants. And that's the best part, You actually get to choose between them. Your asset doesn't sit empty. Your cash flow is locked in almost from day one. Now, this video has been too long, I understand, because I really wanted to, mention each and every point so you understand about Sharjah in detail, because a lot of people talk about Dubai, but they don't talk about Sharjah, which is equally important into my views. In next video, I have done a great research on a particular opportunity, which I would like to present to you guys in my upcoming video in a detailed version. So stay tuned, and within a day or two, I'll be uploading that video too. And don't forget to subscribe the channel.